Hi everyone, it's Bonnie here. Okay, this is where we left off on our last video. We took our 12 by 12 paper and folded it, and this is what we came up with. Okay, so I went ahead and went a few steps more with this. And this is what the sides look like that that I glued down so far. And what I did was I took a piece of lace like this, and I cut it, let's see, I think it's 8 inches, like 8 inches long. Yeah, it's 8 inches long. And what I do to glue it on, and I always use Fabri-Tac, because I have a hard time with my glue gun. We fight a lot, and then I ignore it, and then I'll take it out and it'll be okay, and then it'll burn me and we'll fight again and I'll ignore it. So I pretty much end up using Fabri-Tac for everything. So what you want to do is you want to just glue this on like this. And I'm doing it underneath so you can't see that side of it. So when you fold it down, it'll look like that. Okay, so I'll do the other side as well. And this stuff dries pretty quick. It's tacky, so it holds quick. So I'm going to put some more on that side and glue it down all the way. And if there's more than you need at the end, just snip it. And it looks like I can just take off just like a little bit here, like that. Okay, so it looks like that on the back side. Make sure it's nice and straight here, and it looks great. So what I also do on the back side is, see how they overlap because you're going around the corner? I just take this off so it's not so thick when you glue this side down. So I'll just take more of my Fabri-Tac and glue this part down. Make sure I use a lot on the ends here. Okay, and then I will just glue this down like this, and then just hold it for a little bit until it dries. And I guess you can use any kind of lace that you want. You can either use lace, or you can even like punch out Martha Stewart's punches and put that on. Like I said before, you can leave it plain. You know, it's up to you. Okay, so now for the top of the box, we'll just set that aside for now. For the top of the box, I cut out a piece of white cardstock, and what I do is I use it's a thicker paper. Let me see if I can get it here. It's a watercolor paper, and this is huge, so you're not going to be able to see it all. But it's a watercolor paper, and it looks like this. And this is what I use for most of my boxes because it's nice and sturdy. So what I did was I cut out a piece that measures 5 by 5 square. And then I used these Martha Stewart punches. They're punch around the page, and I punched all the way around it, so then it looks like this. And what I did was I used some distress ink in the vintage photo and went all the way around it, and then added some of this goldenrod stickles. Okay, so then I cut out a piece of the designer paper that matches my box to fit inside, and did the same thing around it. I added the vintage photo and then the goldenrod stickles, and what I'm going to do here is just glue this down. Okay, so it looks like this. Make sure it's nice and straight, and that's another thing, that this stuff will give you you know, time to position it, and it's nice and flat, where the hot glue is, it's kind of bumpy. Alright, so then what I do is I take a piece of the same watercolor paper and I cut this at 4 3/8 inch square. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to take your scoreboard and score all 4 sides at 1/2 inch, like this. And this is going to be the part that goes inside the box, so it you know, fits on the tops, fits on there snugly. Okay, so then you want to fold your edges like this, and you want to cut little notches like this. See what I'm doing? Like little notches on all 4 sides, like that. And then you want to take and fold in your sides and glue it down. Oops, I put that on the wrong side. Hang on. It happens. I put it on this side here. So it goes inward, like that. And then you're going to crack up at me, because we all have our little shortcuts that we do, and this is how I do mine. And I glue it like that, and then I'll glue all 4 sides. And then add my little clothespins like this. I think I got these at Joann's in the baby section. Okay, so it looks like that. So when you're done, it will look like this. And this one's dry, so I'm going to just take it off. Okay, so that will be what goes inside your box here. So what you need to do is you need to glue this on the back of the top. Make sure you put enough. Okay. Alright, so, and you want to just center it. I pretty much just eyeball mine. Okay. Like that. Make sure it's down nice and tight. Like that. So then it should look like this. Like a little hat. Okay, so then you take your box and it should fit right in there. And sometimes it's a little snug, which is good, because you don't want it to pop off. Mine looks like it's a little bit like really snug. So let me try and pop it in there. Come on, baby. Okay, we're getting there. That side, and then that side, and then come on, don't fight me now. Alright, so that's on there nice. So it looks like this. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate the top of mine. And I chose to use this adorable little card here. It says best wishes, and it's got a little puppy on it, and this comes from BIreland's Zibbit store. I will post the link below. And what I did was, because this yellow doesn't match, I just added a little bit of ink over it. I added some of the lace around it and some of the goldenrod stickles. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I was going to use pop dots, but I can't find mine. So I'll probably place it like right there. And then she also carries in her store these awesome, here, let me show you it before I altered it. It comes like this, and you can also find that in BIreland's Designs Studio Zibbit store. Okay, and what I did was I inked the edges on the top with distress ink and then added the goldenrod stickles. Okay, so I'm going to add that to my box, and I'm going to place it right here like that. And also she sells these beautiful petaloo flowers. They look like this, and